one place and reality to go.
Hey, this is Yoshi. This is Sunday update. First of all, I didn't do a Sunday update last week because we were out of town going to camping, and also took my kids to the fair before that, so we're kind of busy. I made a video for it and it's not on public. I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested to see kids having fun. But anyways, here's to start my dancing lily. It's still okay. A few flowers already dropped, but still looking good. And here's my Hoya Bella. It's not explosively blooming anymore, but there's a few more coming up. But yeah, I think it's pretty much the end of the season. I think I'm gonna make cuttings and start propagating. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a windowsill in the kitchen first. Here's my imperialis Palawan. I moved it to a windowsill. I think it will be okay in a kitchen now. Don't really need a high humidity. I mean, a windowsill will be high humidity-ish anyways, but it will be repotted or up-potted to a regular soil Hoya mix pretty soon. But it's pretty impressive how fast imperialis in general grows. Here's my new growth here, and this stem looks like trying to go, but I'm not sure. I'm deciding its own will, I guess. Looks like there's some small things coming up, but I don't know. I think this one will just start growing, making a beautiful leaves. So, and then on the bottom, that's where actual roots are there. It's going crazy too, but the new stem came out from here and now it's peeking up to the top, so pretty soon it's gonna make a new stem. Oh, hi Violet. Good morning. Good morning. So anyways, this Hoya amazes me. You know, given that it's almost died, it came back quite beautifully. It's one of my success story, and I'm really proud of this one. So on to next one. Here's my Hoya Ragusa. I haven't filmed it for a while because I thought it wasn't really doing well. And you know, I looked at it from like beginning of May. Actually, it's growing quite a bit, and I'm like, oh, it's actually quite a bit different because it wasn't as bushy as this is now. And if you can see, it's making a new leaves here, and there are actually a bunch of new leaves here too. And I don't really know what I am doing special, but it bloomed, and I think I featured that too. It's a quite slow grower, I guess, but it was kind of trying to die back a little bit after the bloom. But now that I saw this now, I'm seeing it now, it's kind of doing fine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to great things next year. Here's Hoya Natalie. This is another one doing really well. It's just I just love these leaves. Look at those beautiful, whatever you call it, the coloring. It's different, quite different from other Hoyas I have. And this one is a new since I got them. This one is new since I got them. and this one is also new since I got them. Just a beautiful oval, I guess, is that how you pronounce it? So yeah, it's doing really well. I love it. This is my Maxeralia tenuifolia. So it didn't bloom, and I don't think it would bloom this year anymore.
Can I water?
Yeah, you can water a little bit. Hold on a minute, okay?
Spray.
It has a new growth here. New growth in almost every cutting. This is a cutting, so it has a potential ability to bloom anytime, but this one is new. This one's a new growth, and this one right here is a new growth. It looks like a dead cutting, but I guess it's not.
It is.
It is not.
Then why is it all that color?
And this one also has a new growth right here. This is new. This is new. So yeah, a lot of new growth. It's right here. It's kind of hard to see, but right here. So I think next year will be a great year for this. I think there are like 5 or 6 cuttings, or division I should say, is in there. I think only one didn't do anything is this guy. Yeah, this one even have a new cutting here, new growth here. So well, maybe not. Maybe this is Spanish moth. Anyways, yeah, see, this little one has a new growth right here. So yeah, next year. And this one,
It's mine.
yeah, Violet got a bunch of mixed seedlings or seeds, and then it all sprouted from her. Where did you get it from?
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scout? What'd you do?
So I went to this thing, and then we got to water it there too.
Yeah.
So first we put in some soil.
Yeah, and then put the seeds in there,
Yes.
and then watered it.
So there was a tray of seeds, so we gotta dump the whole tray.
Okay.
It was really fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Now let's water these.
So you have no idea what's gonna be, right?
Nope.
Are you trying to do a bottom watering?
Yes.
Not from the top?
No, I don't want it.
Why is that?
I want to see it choke. I want to see it go down.
You want to see it sucking up the water?
And it sucked up it.
Okay.
I like to watch it do that. You might want to.
All right. So yeah, we have no idea what's gonna be. I think there's like sunflower.
Yeah, there's definitely a sunflower seed.
Yeah.
I saw a seed that was striped
Uh huh.
with black and
So
white. So
this will be way too small in the future.
yep.
Right. Okay. Here's Iris Marie Hoya Iris Marie cutting that I got from my friend, and I cut it into like 3 or 4 pieces. I don't remember how many, according to the rooting spot, and this is one of it. I think I am planning to give it to my friend, and haven't seen them yet, so it's still here. But yeah, this is doing really well. So this is new, and so made 3 leaves already, and new shoots are coming out here. I'm using a technique that one of the Facebook admin on a Hoya group was saying about putting a Hoya to the wall of the pot, so it can, I think that would make it think, well, they don't think, but make it think like it's root bounded, I guess, which actually I think it's an amazing idea. I mean, it's hugging the root is hugging the wall here already, if you can tell. Let me zoom in. Yeah, So it's a very interesting idea, and I think it works too. So like whenever you have only 1 or 2 cuttings, or whenever I have it, I try to make that touch the wall of the pot or end of the pot. And if you have like 3 cuttings, then maybe 1, 2, 3 or something, and I don't put it in the middle. That way it would think that it's root bounded, if that makes sense. But anyways, it's doing really well. Those guys love water, and I have a well-drained soil. So anyways, so here's that. I have more Iris Mary probably coming up, but yeah, there you go. Here's one of them. Alright, here's another imperialis. This is also the one given from my friend. So this is my another one came from Doug Chamberlain. It was from here when I got it, about here. It was fully rooted when I got it, but from here to here in what is it, 3 months or so. Yeah, so it's a really fast growing, considering people usually grow it in a greenhouse, and it is not. It's in a kitchen sill, windowsill. So it's pretty impressive, right? Now this one came as a cutting, and this whole thing is totally new. So think how vigorous it is. It's almost kind of scary to think about what would happen next year. There's no flower or anything, but this came also with a peduncle, so it have a potential to flower too. So I'm very excited about this one. As you can see, it was trying to grow from here too, and I'm sure it will probably happen sometime, but just not now. But and those guys are actually supposed to be potted in the bigger pots, whereas when you try to pot Hoyas and orchids, you would put it right on the not too small but not too big, whereas these guys are well known to be bigger pretty quick. So that's why I put it in this big one, and it's doing really well. So here's the Sherry baby. Well, no, it's not Sherry baby, it's a heaven sent sweet baby that bloomed, and I made a video about this before. So it's, as you can tell, completely done with the blooming. I already cut the spike, but now it's making 2 new growth. So it's kind of interesting to see having 2 new growth and see where it's gonna go and how long it's gonna take to mature and bloom again. So probably next year, but it's interesting to see 2 new growth coming out. Here's a Zygopetrum hybrid. It's not exactly Zygopetrum. For some reason I lost the tag. I thought it was with it whole time, but anyways, this one didn't bloom. I have this about a year now, and this one is a new suitable. So obviously it didn't bloom, but this one is a new growth. So yeah, hopefully this will be the one. It's getting there. It's not big enough, but it's, so I would say 1 year away, 1 to 2 year away from blooming. So this one is Miltasia shrub okika. You see the variegation there. I also got this earlier this year, and it looks pretty good size, but I guess it's not quite there yet because it's making a new growth right here. So maybe this one will be a big enough one to bloom, hopefully. And this one is a Sololia. I'm not quite sure if it's 100% Cattleya or not, but it's I almost killed it. I don't know what was wrong with it. I think I kept it too wet. But this one right here is the new growth, and then from there it started new roots here. So this one is wobbly because there are only like 2 good roots or something like that, because like I said, I kept it too wet, and most of the roots kind of rotted away, but now it's doing good. So I think I'm gonna put like wire or something that, and then make it stable and keep it dryish. It's not too dry yet, so I want to wait on watering, but that root will be my hope. Here's a Oncidium Mendenhall Hildos. It says Oncidium, but it's actually Psychopsis. And this one is pretty small. It's gonna be a while, and they're not really fast grower too, but here's a new growth, so this will probably shoot out very beautiful leaves. One thing I like about this one, they have a very you can't really tell from this camera, but they usually have a very nice pattern on a leaf. So it's kind of entertaining to just watch the leaves too. So yeah, but still, this one doesn't really have a vivid pattern though. I wish it does. Some of them that Olympic orchids get, there are some with a really nice pattern to it, but I already have one here. It's about a 5 month or so here, so you know, I don't really want to give it away or exchange or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. Here's not that one, but glance look at my Nepenthes. This year Sanguinius did really good. This is Ramispina cross Rainwort Tiana, and I think there are 2 more coming up. And yeah, this one's also another one that almost died and it came back and started picturing this year. There's a variegated one, very slow grower, unbelievably slow grower. Ventricosa, looks like it's done, maybe 1 more, 2 more, but it's not really actively growing. This one, it's a Whisper. The picture is still there. This is the only and then first picture when we bought it last year. So it's lasting quite a bit, and it's a slow grower too. It made the leaf, but it didn't make any new picture, even though it looks like it is. But finally, this one now, it's swelling up. It's black, so I'm thinking it's already dead, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully making another one. I love this plant, especially because of this beautiful picture. Look at this, what do you call it, lips or whatever. It's just a beautiful. Talk about a new growth.
This guy.
This guy grows so much.
He's almost as tall as me.
Yeah?
Look!
Yeah.
And my name is Seven.
Yeah.
I'm 4. And you already
You're
met
4.
me. You already met me.
Right. But this guy is just
New growth.
out of control.